just about set for football now here at iconic Wembley Stadium in North London. Straight ahead, a good one in store this afternoon. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Washington Commanders. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, welcome to this game. Jake Moody going to get it started. And off we go from Wembley. He's across the 20s, taken down just shy of the 25. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is. A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 29, here's second down and 5. On play action, it's Jones. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
His second catch of the drive, this one good for 15 and a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
First carry now for the forward manager, Jonathan Taylor. He'll edge forward for maybe a yard. Amik Robertson there to bring him down.
Tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
From the 46, here's second down and 9. Shotgun now for Jones. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Throwing is Jones on third down. He'll try and get there on the ground. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
First down, Colts.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A gain of 2.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
In motion is Warren. Now Jones. Open man. That's Alec Pierce. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 17 yards on that connection. That's good for a Colts first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And boy, tough to bring down there, fighting forward for a gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They go right back to Taylor. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Zone read. It's a give to Taylor. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward. And will give him 4 yards.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here.
To the goal line and in. Tyler Warren. Touchdown, Indy. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
The extra point is up and through. And the Colts will take a 7-0 lead.
Commanders, nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Luke McCaffrey. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Catch made there by Burks. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
It's a gain of 5.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
The man in motion is Burks. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on 3rd and short.
Still 3rd down.
So from 3rd and 2, back them up to 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They get 15 on that game. First down, Washington.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Off the zone read, Daniels gonna hang on to it. They'll pick up 23 on that one. Good for a Commanders first down.
That's another Washington Commanders.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the first down.
1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. More from the International Series in London after this. On first down, Daniels. He'll run again. And he's going to slide down with the first down inside the 5. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have first and goal.
They'll go play action here with under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line. Arden Key getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
That first and goal sack now changes everything defensively, Mike. You imagine that you're in a 4-down territory where the offense is going to try to take advantage of the field position and punch it in over the goal line. Now, can you hold up on 2nd and 3rd down and come away with forcing a field goal, which in this situation, I think is a huge win.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. He'll step up and run this.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn it to a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up 3rd down.
Play 7 of the drive coming up, and it's 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal.
What a nice play defensively. It's always a bit of a challenge. How long do I stay in coverage defending my zone or my man? Or how fast do I come up and pursue a scrambling quarterback? They did a nice job rallying to the ball late. They're able to bring him down to force 4th down.
22-yard attempt.
Moody's kick is good. And the Commanders are on the board. It's 7-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Moody comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. Anthony Gould now to return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Colts offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Jones. He'll step up and run, and he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. Rolling right.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Jones. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Indianapolis.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Colts first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
That is caught downfield by Pierce. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and that's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
On play action, it's Jones. He's got it at about the 8. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. Jones to hang on to it here to the 5-yard line.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. To throw, it's Jones. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to 3rd and goal.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
Good blocking, and he's in. Daniel Jones. Touchdown, Colts. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return, it's McCaffrey. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Williams in motion. Now Daniels going to give this forward to the receiver. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. He takes off. And he'll avoid the contact, sliding down, pick up a 6, and it'll be 3rd down.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd reads, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
He'll try to run for it. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt. Anthony Gould deep for Indy. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Colts offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. Throwing, Jones. It is caught. It is Westbrook-Akine.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Here's 2nd and 6. One final throw before the break. That one complete to Pierce. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this 2nd half gets underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. The motion man here is McLaurin. A run to begin the drive, and it's Krosky Merritt. And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
on play action. Daniels. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. Now it's going to be third down.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike, and that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be. And
oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
The Commanders about to send this one away as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Colts offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
So the challenge of these jet sweeps, Mike, is they happen so fast. Nowadays in these offenses, there's so much pre-snap motion that you don't know if the receiver's just going in regular motion or are they timing it up with the snap to give him the jet sweep. So when you don't get an early read, you see the leverage and the contain of the defense break down, and these receivers and the way they can run, they get out into space, they're a handful to track down.
A gain there of 10 yards. That's good for a Colts first down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
The RPO, that one is complete, and they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 50. The defense could not bring them down. It's a catch and run of 22 yards.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag. Wise decision, especially at this stage of the game. You certainly don't want to force something and let the other guys right back into the game.
On second down, here's Jones. And he's into the end zone. Daniel Jones. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
The Trader now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Colts move out to a 21-3 advantage.
Commanders
3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Krosky Merritt. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
He's got it. That's Burks. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup and get a fresh set of downs.
That one complete to Jalen Lane. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And Daniels will slide to a stop. Wise move as a young quarterback. That's how you stay around and become a vet. He picked up the first down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Down the field, he's got his tight end Okonkwo. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. So now Shane Steichen unhappy with the last call, and out comes the challenge flag.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Williams in motion. Here's a little pop pass heading to the right. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
At the 10-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8. They'll throw with Daniels. That is caught. What a job on the scramble. Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Extra point up and good from Moody. And the Commanders get a bit closer here. It's now 21-10. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Here's Gould on the return. And a They'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Colts offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. They'll go again here with Taylor. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, Indianapolis.
1st down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more of the NFL International Series after this. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. 4th quarter commences. It's a run by Taylor. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Jones going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Commanders' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early.
Hustle, hustle.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Cameron Bynum on the stop. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44 now, here's second and 4. Right back to Krosky Merritt. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick it up with Krosky Merritt. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they get the conversion with a gain of 14.
That's just a big-time play by this quarterback on 4th down. You can see he starts first look covered. Then he goes through his progression. There's nowhere to go with the ball. He can't throw it away, can't take a sack. He quickly decides to turn into a runner, uses his legs to pick up the first down, and they're still alive.
Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
We'll drop this underneath to right. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now and he will score! Game on! Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting? I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Ashton Doolin now to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. He'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with a 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. From the 31, here is 2nd down and 4. They go right back to Taylor. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
And the Colts, first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Jones keeping this one. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now the Commanders will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Now a play fake. Jones. In trouble, and down he goes. Deron Payne in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's a run by Taylor. And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
The Colts about set to punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. The Commanders offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That one secured by the tight end Bates.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Throwing now, Daniels. That's caught down the field is Hurts. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That pickup's good for 29 yards.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
And he did a pretty good job there to get back to the line of scrimmage as he's chased out of bounds. Now on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Now pass deep for McLaurin. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
The coverage by
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Forced out wide. He's going to look downfield once again.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. Again, working deep downfield. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. Now, first and goal. Here we go. One final play. And this is going to be a touchdown. What a finish. They win it on the final play. So it's a win here for the Commanders. It was a closely fought affair, but they're able to survive, and they eke out a 1-point victory.